KFHS Sports.
With your KFHS Sports, I'm Kyle Haas. As each Tuesday comes, so does a new Top 25 poll, and the rankings are shining on the Tigers as Fort Hays State has jumped for 8 spots from 14th to 6th in the nation. The Tigers are the highest ranked team in the South Central region and have the most victories at 8 in all of Division II. Well, the polls haven't been the only thing in the news for the Tiger men's basketball team. The Tigers have been lighting up the scoreboard faster than a Clark Griswold front yard. Fort Hays State has scored over 90 points on 4 different occasions already this season. With Nebraska-Omaha coming into town, the Tigers were looking to continue their momentum before hitting the road for the rest of 2010. Mark Johnson watching on as we begin this holiday highlights as Fort Hays State starts off. Dazon Smith decking the halls of the UNO defense. Fort Hays State turn around as Corbin Kunch spins his dreidel into the bucket. Fort Hays State cruising. They shoot over 45% from beyond the arc in the first half. Well, later in that same half, Ken Bowman throws it down, playing Scrooge to the Maverick defense in this game. He would finish with 19 points. Tiger fans loving it as Gross Memorial jingle bell rocking. Still in the first, time winding down. Dominique Jones stops, pops, and drains this from beyond the arc as time expires. Fort Hays State would lead by 22 at the midpoint. Fort Hays State still rolling in the second half, and off of this UNO miss, Jones pushes it, and Smith flushes it down as the Tigers roast the Mavericks Chestnuts 98-69. Fort Hays State grabs the 500th victory for Tiger men's basketball at Gross Memorial Coliseum. Bowman mentioned added those 19 points. Dazon Smith with 14, Conjusta with 14 as well, and Fort Hays State now 8-0 overall, 2-0 in conference. Mark Johnson pleased with things so far.
We've done fairly well. I thought really Monday or Friday against UNO, first half was probably the best half we've put together all year. So I think we're heading in the right direction. If you really look at our schedule, though, we've only played 1 true road game, and that was at Newman. And I thought we struggled in that game at moments. So it'll be interesting to see how we do on this 2-week stretch, 3 games on the road before we finish up at Christmas.
Well, the Tiger men's basketball team is the only team starting off the winter campaign hot. The Lady Tigers won 4 of their first 5 games and were action again on Friday night. The ladies in a grind early on against the stifling defense of UNO, but Kara McFarland with time winding down gets the ball right here, stops and puts us in as the buzzer rings. Later on in the first, Krista Burchard will take this and lay it in from Kara Champlin rather. She'd finish with a career-high 15 points. Just at the end of the first half, Kelsey Sorenston grabs a steal and takes it to the hole, but the Tigers trailed at 2.5. Then in the second, ladies trying to capitalize off the UNO miss, pushing the ball up the floor, does Kenesha Petaway. She'll find Kimber Weiser, and Weiser drives it up and lays this in for 2 of her 21 on the evening. Ladies starting to pull away finally as Kara Champlin gives a little head fake and a little kiss off the glass as the Lady Tigers finish up their home campaign of 2010 with a 6-point victory over the Lady Mavericks. Lady Tigers move to 5-1, 2-0 in conference play. Mentioned right there, Kimber Weiser, 21 points and 2 steals. Well, switching gears to the men on the mat as the Fort Hays State Tiger men's wrestling team began the season without a single wrestler ranked. After this weekend, I think things may be changing as Alden Eisenberg continues to stay undefeated, going 5-0 at the Bob Smith Open, moving to 12-0 on the year. And the lone champion for the Tigers on the weekend, Mitch Means and Justin Glenn, also finished in the top 4, taking 3rd and 4th respectively. So a good showing by the Tigers in a very difficult tournament here at home, holding court, so to speak. They will get their first home duel in the new year, just past January 11th. But this weekend they will be at Kearney for the Kearney Open.
Well, that's really exciting for them to start out their season that way, to have people ranked. And
it's a great thing right now with the men's basketball team ranked inside the top 10. It took till midway through January last year before that happened. Women's basketball starting off, so winter sport's a little bit more kind to Tiger athletics than the fall was.
Definitely. It's good to see some victories. It's also good to see the women coming out and really performing even after losing a couple key players.
Yeah, it's hard to start off the year with 40% of your roster on the bench and a knee brace, but you know what? They're finding a way, and that's what's important. Survive and advance.
Getting it done. All right, everyone, this has been KFHS News. Thank you for watching. Have a happy holiday.